Well, good afternoon. I have a free summary for some guidelines to take in account for merchandise exports. First thing is to have a defined a plan and add a study of what we are going to import and what market is directly taking into account the location, geography, custom, sociology, etc. Talk about people. We must make a thorough analysis if our work team is trained for sport replication or we must recruit. Talking about capacity, we must recognize uh, if we can support the volume of demand or we must delegate. Talking about packing, taking into account the legal requirements, we must meet these requirements in the list, such as labeling in the language of consumption, knowledge, have a concept research of new markets, build new relationships that drive our products, making a route. We have some options to choose. Could be sell without intermediaries or sell directly, use the service of distributor or the service of a sales agent. Create a joint venture for our benefits that complement our objectives and always guarantee to protect our intellectual property. We must always be in search of opportunities. We must be aggressive, you know, in our products and be allied with some company for its exhibits in events, for example. Talking about marketing, as we mentioned it before, we must use all our tools in our favor, such electronic media, social networks, guaranteeing their constant updating and immediately response to these interactions. Documentation in exports are the most important, and these must be absolutely corrected from the beginning. Embassies give some guidance on the subject. It should be taken into account there are two geographical areas, and each of these have variation in their legal and tax requirements. As soon as the order becomes payment to ensure them, we can do so through Incoterms that determined the deadlines between borders and responsibility for transport costs and tax. Well, export all documents of merchandise for market in try, and in terms of writing quotes where we must thoroughly describe product details, packaging, delivery details, payment terms, etc. We must insert the merchandise during each transport. We must have clarity of the legal environment of the country we are exporting. In any case, it's better to seek advice from international lawyer to help us in this process. In addition, we must all ensure that our certificates on quality and liability coverage are valid aboard. Transporting logistic. Once the sale and the other terms be complete, we can help with your transportation under Incoterms, custom fees, and custom clearance. Of the packaging unit and the methods of transportation or car agents required. Having started our sport and have become an exported, our work does not end there. Our job is continually increasing our sport more and more, constantly feedback with our customers to meet their needs, to create new markets, all for growth. Thank you.